sectors of the Indian economy. In this topic, we will learn about how we count the various goods and services in each sector. With so many thousands of goods and services produced, you might think this is an impossible task. Not only would the task be enormous, you might also wonder how we can add up cars and computers and nails and furniture. It won't make sense. You are right in thinking so. You get around this problem. Economists suggest that the values of goods and services should be used rather than adding up the actual members. For example, if 10,000 kgs of wheat is sold at rupees 8 per kg, the value of wheat will be rupees 80,000. The value of 5,000 coconut at rupees 10 per coconut will be rupees 50,000. Similarly, the value of goods and services in the three sectors are calculated and then added up. Remember, there is one precaution one has to take. Not every good or service that is produced and sold needs to be counted. It makes sense only to include the final goods and services. Take, for instance, a farmer who sells wheat to a flour mill for rupees 8 per kg. The mill grinds the wheat and sells the flour to a biscuit company for rupees 10 per kg. The biscuit company uses the flour and things such as sugar and oil to make 4 packets of biscuits. It sells the biscuits in the market to the consumer for rupees 60, rupees 15 per packet. Biscuits are the final goods, that is, goods that reach the consumers. Intermediate goods are used up in producing final goods and services. The value of final goods already includes the value of all the intermediate goods that are used in making the final good. The value of a final goods and services produced in each sector during a particular year provides the total production of the sector for that year. The sum of production in the three sectors gives what is called the gross domestic product (GDP) of a country. In India, the mammoth task of measuring GDP is undertaken by central government ministry. Historical change in sectors. Generally, it has been noted from the histories of many now developed countries that at initial stages of development, primary sectors was the most important sector of economic activity. As the methods of farming changed and agriculture sector began to prosper, it produced much more food than before. Over a long time, more than 100 years, and especially because new methods of manufacturing were introduced, factories came up and started expanding. Those people who had earlier worked on farms now began to work in factories in large numbers. People began to use many more goods that were produced in the factories at cheap rates. In the past 100 years, there has been a further shift from secondary to tertiary sector in developed countries. That is all in this topic. In the next topic, we will learn about total production and employment in the three sectors in India.